Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace, reporting live here at the Gatehouse, here at Harlem Stage, here in Harlem, New York. Bassist and now bandleader Ben Williams tonight is performing selections off his brand new Concord Records debut, State of Art. His group sound effect features the likes of Jamire Williams on drums, Jaleel Shaw on alto saxophone, and Gerald Clayton on piano. What I really like about Ben Williams is, one, for the last 5 or 6 years, he's made an imprint in jazz music, backing the likes of Stephon Harris, pianist Jacky Terrasson, as well as Cyrus Chestnut, and many, many more. Tonight we're going to sit down and talk about him stepping up to the plate and becoming a leader. Also, to his vision for jazz music, and also to his group Sound Effect and how he's been able to fuse both fusion jazz as well as straight ahead jazz music. State of Art. This is pretty much a long time coming. This is what you worked all your life for.
Absolutely. Yes, this is like my first child, you know. Everything up to this point has amounted to this album. So yeah, definitely been a long time in the making. So I was very excited to have this out, have this project finally out in the open.
When you won the Thelonious Monk Institute competition back in 2009, this was part of the reward, one of the prizes. And coming out of the gate, musically, what did you want to say in putting this record together?
You know, I just tried to be as honest as I could musically, and just really represent where I come from, which is a very diverse very diverse background musically. You know, I grew up listening to R&B and hip hop, of course. You know, listening to all my mom's old records, you know, James Brown, Motown, all that good stuff. And you know, I played piano in church. I played in orchestra. You know, I did pretty much everything you could do, a musician could do, you know, all at the same time. So, you know, when I'm putting this record together, you know, there's a whole lot in there, you know, that I don't always get to express musically in other people's bands, you know, because as a bass player, you know, when you're playing in other bands, you're a company, you're supporting that band leader's vision. So, you know, with this, you know, being able to do this record, I really get to say what I want to say, you know.
You have a stellar cast on this record. You've got Gerald Clayton. You've got Jaleel Shaw.
The baddest.
This is it. This is real deal. This is almost like the Dallas Mavericks of jazz right now.
Oh yeah, no, this is the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Yeah, all-star and a team and a great team. So, and that's what I really love about this band. You know, not just how great the players are individually, but how well they play together. I mean, this album, you can, you know, I would listen to it and just be amazed at how well the chemistry. Because actually, the studio was the first time the five of us, sometimes six, this particular ensemble played together, was in the studio. And we had all played together in you know, various configurations with other bands, but you know, the chemistry just it was just right there right away. And I think that just comes from the type of musicians these guys are. They all listen and are all trying to achieve one goal, which is to, you know, the sound of the band.
And you've played with these musicians in some way or form throughout your career anyway. I mean, was it easy for you to choose these guys? Oh,
absolutely. I knew exactly who to call. I mean, long before I did this record, I knew if I had a chance to do a record, I would call. You know, Jamire was the first. You know, the first. There was not much thinking about that. You know, we played together the Jacky Terrasson trio, and you know, some other bands we played with. Gerald, you know, always been a fan of his playing. Always loved playing with him. You know, same with Marcus and Jaleel, Matt. I love their guy. I mean, I'm a fan of their playing. So, you know, I was just honored to be able to get all of them in the studio at the same time.
Explain the concept of sound effect.
Well, it's just really, when I just like a musical concert to be an experience, and I think that really it comes from the music itself, but I think a concert should be, or a show should be like a good movie, It should be a lot of, some variations, and you should really just feel like you've been taken on a journey. So that's what that's what my whole concept is about, as far as the band, creating the album, just everything, just really giving people a very very wide array of sounds and grooves and whatever we can throw in there.
I've seen you in two variations of groups, Stefan Harris and also Jacky Terrasson, and both musical differences, but they're almost kind of alike theoretically. What is it that you got out of both of those musicians, and what is it that keeps you playing with these guys?
Well, I think it's that same thing. I was talking about what I try to do in my band. They leave room for the musicians to really express themselves. I can't even really tell you one time that either Stefan or Jacky told me how to play or told me what to play. They put a lot of trust in me as a musician, and I think that just really says a lot about how they first of all how they pick their musicians, and second of all, how they feel music, how their concept of a band and what that really is, and being a band leader, and what exactly that role is, because there's a lot of different kind of band leading that you can do. There's a kind of band leaders that are very particular and meticulous and tell you exactly what they want you to do. But Stefan and Jacky, they leave a lot in my hands, and they're very different ensembles as far as my role. Of course, piano trio, it's three people, so my role is I take up a different space than I do with a band like Blackout, which is 5 pieces, and the vocoder, and just all kind of keyboards, and this vibraphone, marimba. This is a whole lot of sound, so I have to learn where I fit in that. So they've been very helpful, very, very great in my development.
At your age, you could have easily gone the whole soul, you could have gone the whole hip-hop route, but you decided to go straight ahead jazz. What was it that at your particular age was like, this is what I'm going to pursue full-time, jazz music?
I just think the The possibilities in jazz is such an, I think of jazz as just like a, an empty container that, you can really put, you put yourself in it, you put whatever you want to be in it, and I don't think there's any other music that you can really express yourself so, in such an honest manner than jazz. Of course, I love soul music, and and I don't have to neglect that either as a jazz musician. I can incorporate everything that I know outside of jazz into jazz. So it just you never have to forget about any part of yourself as a jazz musician. You always have that freedom.
What does jazz mean to you?
Freedom. It's yeah, freedom. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's really the epitome of musical and spiritual freedom.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report, reporting live here at Harlem Stage, here in Harlem, New York. I'd like to personally thank Ben Williams for his time, as well as the staff and management here at the Harlem Stage. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Until next time, peace.